Hey guys, so this is immediate reaction to Anthony Joshua knocking out Francis Ngannou in the second round. And I don't mean like, oh, he hit him and Francis Ngannou was just wobbling around and the ref decided to like wave it off. Like there's a lot of boxing matches that end like that. But no, this was lights out. No one is home. Francis Ngannou is not waking up. And he doesn't know where he is. That was brutal to watch. And, like, I saw the clip of that. I watched the replay of it. I didn't know the fight was going on, I'm going to be honest. I don't know if that was a promotion thing or me just not paying attention because wasn't that interested, I guess. I knew the fight was going to happen, but I thought it might have been, like, Saturday. But, I mean, it makes sense to put on a Friday to not compete with one of the most stacked cards of 2024 for the UFC, with UFC 299, which is tomorrow, which I'm excited for. Everyone's excited for. But fucking God, that was horrifying to watch. Like the replay of it, because I ended up seeing it and how everybody else is reacting to it. It's crazy because Francis Ngannou, from every fight I've seen of him, he either doesn't get hurt or he doesn't show damage. Because he's lost, obviously. Like, he lost the Stipe fight, but that was basically Stipe surviving an early onslaught that would knock out most people, and then Francis gassing out, and then just Stipe from there just outpacing him and winning the decision. And then the Derek Lewis fight where neither man was hurt other than, their pride, I guess. But other than that, he doesn't have any other losses that were significant enough. He's never been finished by like a KO or anything. I don't think he's ever lost. Has he? I don't think he's ever been finished in MMA. And everyone was thinking that he's going to win this or he's going to run through Anthony Joshua, which I didn't think that was unfounded based on what he did in the Tyson Fury fight. But I think my thing is, in heavyweight, in almost every combat sport, from boxing, kickboxing to MMA, specifically UFC right now, it is less about skill. And if you do have skill, you are going to be top of the division. Give me a second. Sorry. I'm doing okay. Sorry, but someone's talking about me. But every like heavyweight in the UFC, it's less about having skill and technique and more of just that power, because they're the biggest dudes on there. If you do have the technique and power, like a Tom Aspinall, John Jones, Cyril Gane, Jailton Almeida, you're going to be levels upon them. But the difference in the knockout power and all that stuff is not wholly profound, and the skill level is less than it would be like Conor McGregor facing Floyd Mayweather, where knockouts in boxing of that are less and less. And I was like, Anthony Joshua is a pretty technical fighter, and everyone was talking about calling Anthony Joshua like pillow-handed, which, he doesn't like full-on sleep these guys, but call him pillow hands is kind of stupid. Like, yes, in his current run of, it's now four-fight win streak right now, I believe. He won his first fight back decision, and then these next two fights have open finishes, and he's hurt them. This hasn't been like a fluke thing of like, oh, come on. It's been like it's been pretty damaging of that. So I think people like to say pillow-handed to anyone who can't put someone's lights out like instantly. And compared to Francis Ngannou, Anthony Joshua is probably pillow-handed. I guess not in this fight. I am kind of baffled, honestly, because, and it wasn't this like fluke thing of it. It was like Anthony Joshua from the immediately just hurt him. I think he dropped him 3 times. On the third one, he just went out. He just did not wake up. It was crazy. And like, there's gonna be people like coping about him being like, oh no, it was just a lucky shot. And I'm like, that's like a majority of Francis Ngannou's KOs are very like, not lucky shots, but just getting that one punch KO power of that in like early career, later career of that. But now, why is that now an insult now? And this was not the case for this fight. It was because I literally saw this in comment sections, and I'm like, wait, why is this like a dog on Anthony Joshua now? Like, he literally dropped him, and from there kept a pace that wasn't reckless and literally was really technical. and made me a lot more hyped for Anthony Joshua. And I think people are forgetting now, this dude's like on a 4-fight win streak. He's 4 fights now removed from the Usyk fight, and I want to see what this guy can do now, because I think Joshua poses more of a threat now, because he's mixing his new like kind of skill level and technical ability that he had with his freakish athleticism. This dude's a freak athlete. Let's not forget how highly touted. This dude's a gold medalist who does not have an extensive amateur career like these other guys. It's crazy. And honestly, I think he would beat Fury, and this honestly just makes me go that Usyk is going to beat Tyson Fury, and I already thought Usyk was going to beat Tyson Fury, but this is now even more. But yeah, no, that is crazy. That it sucks to see that for Francis Ngannou, but hopefully he got paid more in this fight than in the Fury fight, because that was brutal. And how old is Francis Ngannou now? He's above 35. He's like 36 or 37. He's one of those two. So that's like, that was a brutal KO. That's like years off of his career now from that. And I mean, good thing he's at heavyweight, not at like one of these lower weight classes where one KO loss really fully changes the directory of your career. And I'm just trying to think now what happens for Francis Ngannou, because now he's 0-2. I know his fight with Tyson Fury, highly debatable. I'm not here to say anything about that, but it is a loss on his record, and no matter what, that won't look good in comparison now that he's 0-2, does not sell fights well. I don't care, some people calling him this dude a superstar when we saw what he did with Tyson Fury, one of the biggest stars in boxing right now, which is crazy. What he did for UFC 260, I believe that's the one of that, where it reported like 200 pay-per-view buys. That's awful. This dude does not sell fights. I can't imagine him selling crazy on this Anthony Joshua. Maybe more than the Tyson Fury one, because now people are like, well, now he can actually win this. Because people were picking Ngannou over Joshua when it was the opposite against Fury, which made perfect sense. No one thought that Ngannou was going to win that fight, so no one really was going to tune in, because there wasn't really this anticipation. But there's probably anticipation for this fight. But even then, can it really be that much more? Like, that's all I'm saying, because Anthony Joshua, yeah, this dude's a pretty big star in the heavyweight division, but he doesn't have this, like, crazy personality like Tyson Fury that will draw eyes to it. So I think he's supposed to go back to MMA, and he's going to fight Renan Ferreira, which I'm now leaning a bit closer towards Renan Ferreira to win that fight, but I'm also in the same stride of that where I'm like, man, PFL and Bellator fighters, a lot worse than UFC fighters by far. And, well, yeah, I think Renan Ferreira is probably one of the better fighters from PFL that isn't saying much. So I might still pick Francis Ngannou, but I'd have to look at everyone that Renan Ferreira has beaten. And Renan Ferreira does have crazy KO power. This dude's giant. I think he's bigger than Ngannou in terms of, like, arm reach and height. I don't know about weight, but I don't know. It just doesn't look good anymore. But that's my immediate reaction to that fight. Holy fuck. Bye.